Your familiarity with him and knowing seeing what he could do in practice over the last couple of years, does that give you any help at all in terms of preparing for this game?
That's hard to say because I feel like he probably could say the same thing on his side. So, being on the same team for the past 3 years, familiarity maybe can help either way. But at the end of the day, you still have to go out there and play. So I don't know how much of a factor it'll play.
Understand that he was so distraught about throwing 5 interceptions last week that he tore up his Justin Bieber shirt. What does that tell you?
Honestly, I saw something about it, but I don't have much to say about it. I remember him wearing it, but I don't, that's his thing.
Okay.
Keldrick, what would you describe the mood of this team to be right now?
Say it one more time.
What would you describe the mood of this team to be right now?
I would say at this point, we're still just trying to reload at this point, coming off of a tough loss like we did against Auburn. But, hey, we're going to look at that film. We're going to come back even stronger for this week of preparation and get ready for Arkansas.
Do you sense in your locker room that any of the guys have started to doubt or lose confidence or anything like that?
I can't say that honestly. I still feel like we have a locker room of guys who still have hope, but as leaders of the team like me and Jamon Osborne, Buddy Johnson, Kellen Mond, we have to do a good job of helping those younger guys who may not know how to feel or what to do at this point. But we have to be good leaders and just show them that we got to go out this week, have a great week of preparation. Keep reloading and stay focused to what the plan is.
Coach was saying a lot of what's happened is little things, little miscues or things that have made the difference. Does that chalk up to that inexperience? Is that something that the younger guys and everyone will collectively get better at just with more reps and more game prep? I
feel like that's fair to say because the experience is something you can't teach. And we have some young guys on this team, but hey, we're 4 games in, so nobody's really young anymore. We got guys who've played a lot of snaps for us, and we've all made our little tiny mistakes. But hey, in big games like your Auburns and your Clemsons and everything like that, you have to minimize mistakes at a rate to which you can win the football game. So as we continue to go on throughout the season, we're just trying to get better each and every day throughout practice, minimize those mistakes, and then it'll lead to success on the football field on Saturdays.
Keldrick, it seems like you kind of mentioned the big games. It's always the other team making the critical play at the critical moment. At what point can y'all flip that script and it be A&M makes those critical plays in the critical moment? It's like in the fourth quarter, you just get a touchdown and you let Auburn go down and score a touchdown to answer you. How do you guys be the team that starts making those plays that matter?
Well, it starts with being consistent, and that's something Coach Fisher talks about with us all the time, Coach Elko. Being a consistent football team on both sides of the football, offensively, defensively, and in special teams. If we can play a game of 4 quarters of consistent, hard-nosed football, that'll lead to us, being successful the way we want to be. So, that's why I'll say being a consistent football team.
Are you a fan of playing the neutral site game still every year, or would you rather see go home and home?
I like the neutral site. I grew up a Cowboys fan, so it's pretty cool to play there. My dad's a Cowboys fan, die hard, so getting a chance to him and my family see me out there, it's a great experience.
How much has the topic been on turnovers here recently? This past couple of weeks, 2 weeks now without turnovers. So how much do you think Coach Elko and company is going to talk about that this week?
We always try to hark on that, just being a disruptive defense that's flying to the football, whether it's on the ground or it's in the air. So absolutely, he's going to continue to preach, hey, we got to get the football. We have to be able to win the turnover battle. And that's what we do throughout the week as far as just when the ball's in the air. We go get it during practice. When the ball's on the ground, we trying to strip the ball, punch at it, anything possible. So, yeah, he'll definitely talk about that, and that'll be a focus going forward in the future.
Might be kind of fun to get a pick off Nick.
It'll be fun to pick off anybody.
He was being kind of generous on Saturday, ready at 5 picks.
I saw that, so look at the film and, just see a little more. Hopefully we can get our picks as well.
You feel like knowing Nick and how he was really hard on himself on Twitter. You feel like you're going to get his best shot on Saturday?
I know Nick. Nick's a competitor, so Nick's going to come out and play well. He's a good guy, so I know he's good at heart. He meant what he said. So yeah, I feel like he's going to try to give his best shot as always.
Did he strike you as a guy that was prone to throwing interceptions?
Well, I mean, but while we're playing here with Nick, I mean, Nick was always he had an electric arm and everything like that. But as always, through our practice, we made our plays. They made their plays on us. So I wouldn't say he struck me as a guy who made mistakes. But that's what whatever he's doing in Arkansas, I can't really speak to.
How different is this game going to be coming off Auburn, who's a run-heavy team, to now a quarterback that likes to throw it? I mean, how different? Defensively, you're going to have to prepare for this.
It's just, executing the game plan, whatever Coach Elko has for us. We just have to lock into what it is schematically and go out there throughout the Monday through Thursday and execute it at the highest level. So, on Saturday we'll have success that we want to have.
I know you always say you want to have a nameless, faceless opponent, but don't you put a name and a face on it when it's two guys in the backfield that you're facing that used to be teammates?
I feel like that's what some people may think, but still, to be the football team we want to be, that's just our motto. Just continue to have a faceless opponent. It's an SC opponent, Arkansas. They've always been a tough matchup for us, but we have to go out there and play regardless of who it is in the backfield.
Why do you think it's been a tough matchup when they've had some teams that were struggling, but they play y'all tough?
Honestly, over time, I just feel like, in a game like that, in an atmosphere like that, both sides are going to bring their all, and it's always been a tough matchup. Much respect to those guys over there because I've played against them the past couple of years, and they always brought a good game and everything like that, and we've had to get out of there with some plays by some safeties, Armani, and down over the years. So, yeah, I mean, just guys coming out to play really tough at a neutral site like that is pretty exciting. That'll lead to what it's been like for the past couple of years.
What do you think a really good, dominant performance on Saturday would do for the whole psyche of the team right now?
I feel like anytime you play a good football game on all three sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams, it's definitely a boost of confidence, and just it puts us in that right direction where we want to go in the growth and direction of this team.
They got a really good back who started here in Boyd. What do you remember about facing him last year, and what's the challenge of trying to slow him down?
Rakeem's he's a good back. Rakeem runs the ball really hard. He's really tough and hard-nosed. I remember going against him in practice while he was here, and he was one of the guys that I remember having a hard time with as a freshman. So it's going to be fun going against Rakeem. Rakeem's a good running back. He runs the ball hard. He's tough-nosed, and he's not going to go down easy. So that's something we have to focus in on this week leading up to the matchup.
Were you here? You were here early, right? So you
yes,
spent
sir.
one spring with him?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
What do you make of the atmosphere at AT&T Stadium for this game? I mean, we know it's not sold out. The stadium's too big. It just doesn't happen. So what do you make of only like the lower bowl, the second level being filled, and third level kind of sporadic up there?
Well, the game's always been exciting for me. I mean, I like over my time being here, it's always been exciting games. We've always both sides have always brought out a pretty good crowd. So, I feel like the Aggies are always going to travel really well for us, and especially to the Cowboy Stadium. Dallas, that's not really far from here. So Aggies are going to come together, and it's going to be a good crowd.
Last couple questions for Keldrick.
2-2 I know obviously y'all want to be 2-2 after 4 weeks. Is it woes me, or is it hey, we still can have a good year?
You just focus on the next week. We can't look too far ahead because that's how you lose sight of the opponent that's right in front of you and who's up next. So we are who we are at this point, but we're trying to grow from where we're at this point and just become a better team. So the next opponent is Arkansas, and that's who we're focusing on, and we're trying to get ready for the matchup Saturday.